Hey guys, and welcome back to week 16 in our Road to Max series. I hope you are all having a fantastic week, whether that be in lockdown or not. And today's goal, well, this week's goal, is of course 99 archaeology. Finally, we are up to 97, which is where we got to in the end of last episode. And this week I am going to be focusing completely on 99 archaeology, and hopefully it won't take the full week to get to that point. I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, or the day after, depending on how much I can play and how much I can get done. But we've got loads of things to do within those two levels. We've got quite a lot of things that I need to focus on. We've got a couple of different excavation spots that we're going to be unlocking soon, and also a lot of artifacts in the bank that need organising. So I am working on fixing artifacts at the minute. So I've just been going through my bank, and a lot of the damaged artifacts we had, I've just been gathering the materials I need from the caches and fixing them. So we've got tons of tons of repaired artifacts ready to go and hand in at different collectors. So I'm going to finish up with what I'm doing here now, and then we can go and hand some of these collections in and stock up on some of those chronotes. So I have been handing in some of the artifacts I've got, mainly the Tetracompass ones. You can see we have 85,000 chronotes saved up just from the Tetracompass logs. So that is a nice chunk to add to what we've already got. So I am still focusing on the artifacts that I've got repaired, and still a few that need repairing that I needs to go to the caches to get the materials. I'm thinking of buying some now. I'm at this point of just buying some of the materials to get them done faster. Probably do that with some of the ones that I can't do. I might just go buy a load of the ones that I can't excavate myself, but there isn't really many of them now. Not that I need anyway, not materials that I need, but I've got these few are for Tetracompass logs, and as you can see we are almost at level 98 already. So we are keeping going on this. I'm going to keep repairing these, keep handing them in, get some more chronotes, and then we can go down. I think once I've done these few here, I think I'm going to go down and excavate a few more for the Tetracompass logs as well. And that should then get me to level 98. So, a bit more excavation going, just the same old thing here, and now I've been there for a while, so I'm going to go repair these last couple I've got here. And then as you can see, I have a tomb in my inventory as well, so I'm going to go use that. Let's get this done. It's a nice amount of XP we get from these artifacts now. Makes it really nice, especially when you can do like 5 or 6 at once and you just see that big chunk of XP. It's a nice feeling to get that large amount of XP, especially since it's like the only level I'm getting chunks of XP like that on. Let's go up here and use the tomb before we head out to the next excavation spot. So there we go, and this tomb now gives us level 98. So we are on the final stretch, finally, and we have one more level to go. I'm working on this. It is getting a bit late now. I doubt I'm going to get it done today. I'm going to do a little bit more today before I sleep, but tomorrow is my final grind. For 99, so I am going to sit at this computer tomorrow until that 99 is achieved. But for right now, I'm going to go and head up to the new excavation spots. So here we are at the infernal source, and it took me a minute to figure out where this was. I came in at the wrong level, so I kind of had to work my way down, but we found it eventually. And this spot here is our level 98 spot. There we go, we've got it uncovered, and there are 3 more artifacts to get from here. So I'm going to go through, I'm not going to spend the whole level here, but because there is another spot I need to get to as well. But for this one, I'm just going to get enough of each artifact to do the collections with them. And then if I need to come back for more later, I will do that. But right now, I'm just going to sit here and chill out for a little bit and collect what we need from here before we move on to the next one. So here we are at the Stormguard Citadel. As you can see, I've already got a couple of the artifacts from here. I finished off what I needed at the Infernal Source one, and I'm going to go back there after 99 because there is a relic power I need to go back to that spot and get some things for. But for now, I wanted to come here and get the next one. So this excavation spot we're at now has got 2 artifacts we need, and we need a couple of extras for these. So I need the 2 relics from this spot. I need for the divination relic, which would be very useful. So it's quite good actually. There's 2 relics at this level, and I want both of them. So I'm going to sit here for a bit and get what I need for the collections, hopefully get a couple of extra that I can keep for when I want to get the relic done. But my main problem is I'm not sure if I'll be able to do the relic. I think there might be quests needed, but I'm not sure. But if we've got the artifacts ready, then when I've got the requirements to do it, then it should be easy. Yes, that's the one. I just remembered now. The quest I need to do, the World Wakes, if you remember from last week, it was from the Howl's workshop. We couldn't learn, I can't remember what it was called, but we couldn't learn it because we didn't have the World Wakes quest done, and that's what you need for the divination relic. So I won't be able to do that, but I'll get the artifacts from here and just shove them in the bank for later. Now, I hope all these shorter clips for this episode isn't too annoying, but we've got so much different things to do at the minute. Right now, I am working on this. So I want the qualification as soon as I get to 99, which means I need another 80 excavations done, 93 repairs, and then obviously one more collection to do, which shouldn't take too long. I think it's that one called Showy Things that I need to do. But the amount of artifacts I need to excavate, I'm not going to get at the high level ones. So I thought yeah, that's the one I need to do. I thought I would just come here because I get an artifact like every 15-20 seconds-ish. So I can just stock up on these, repair them, and then just disassemble them because they do give classic components and historical components. So they will be useful. So I am going to sit here for a little bit, get the artifacts I need from here before I head back, probably to the Warforge, and get some more Tetra Compass pieces there because I've got the ones I need from the new spots. So now we are done with them. Just gonna shove these in the bank here. I did buy some of the materials I need for fixing these, so I'm going to sit and fix these now and get a bit of XP. It's not a lot of XP, I think it's something like 320 per artifact, so it's not going to get me very far level wise, but I can disassemble them, get some nice components from these before we head back up to, where is it going to go? The Warforge, that's the one. So we have a quick look here. You can see I've got to do these repairs. I've still got some more that need excavating, so I'm going to get them, but it shouldn't take too much longer to get this, and then I can go back to doing something that gives me some decent XP. Back at the Warforge now, and as you can see, I just got the achievement for the 1000 artifacts excavated. So now, as you can see, we are all ready for the Guild Master qualification, minus one small tiny thing, and that is 99 archaeology. And as you can see, we are only about a third of the level away from getting 99. I'm probably going to stick at this spot for now. You can see I've got quite a few artifacts saved up that needs repairing. These give me like I think it's 17.6k XP each, plus we've got a complete tomb which is 42,000 XP or something like that. So hopefully it shouldn't take too much longer here. A couple more artifacts and then we can get back to the guild and get that level up finally. We are back once more at the archaeology guild, ready to repair a few more artifacts, give us a little bit more. We're creeping ever closer, little bit at a time. You can see we're on 158k left to go. That is nothing at this level. I mean, yeah, early levels 158k was a lot, but right now that is going to take us a couple of minutes. We are almost there and I am ready to relax. So I'm going to repair these few. I think I will need to get a couple more materials, so I'm just going to do these, have a quick look at what I need and jump up some material caches, or actually I might just go to the Grand Exchange and get what I need, and then we can get this complete tomb handed in for the final little bit of XP. So here we go. I've got one more artifact that I now have what I need to fix. That gets us almost there, but not quite. No, we need another one. Although, 1 second. I've just noticed in the chat we have some research ready. That will give us some XP. So I think actually that's the last thing we're going to need to do. So I'm going to run down here and we will get this research done. Let's see how much this gives us. Nice. 14k XP and some more materials. So there we have it. Now we can head up to the room inside, up to that table. I wonder how many people have got 99 archaeology while stood in front of that table because they wait and use a tomb at the end. And here we go. I'm going to quick chat in clan chat. And I can breathe a sigh of relief. There we go, 99 archaeology. Finally, it is done for now. But it is done, and that is our very first 99 of the series. And that is such a relief. That's made me so happy. I had the focus for so long of wanting that untrimmed cape. That it is such a good feeling that I've got it now. And I have bought a keepsake key. I've had a few people telling me that if I'm going to get it untrimmed, I need to buy a keepsake key. Yes, I have one. I bought one last week. Then I was ready for when I got 99. So we are just getting our qualification as well at the same time. And there we go, we have the Guild Master qualification. That also means now I can buy the Master set, the Master Archaeology set, which I don't actually have enough chronotes for, but I will in a few minutes once I hand in the last couple of collections that I've got. So let's head in. Before we do that, we are going to get that cape. Luckily, it's just right here, nice and easy. So let's see, skill capes, that one. Yeah, I don't want to listen to you chatting, just give it me. Yes, here's the money. Yay, there we have our untrimmed cape. Let's get it on. Oh, wait a minute, we need to take this off first. We don't need that anymore. Apply. I don't know how you do it with the keepsake key. I'll have to figure that out. I've got... Oh, I think I just drag it, don't I? Oh, I'll do that later. Let's just put it on. I'll figure that out after. There we go. The untrimmed archaeology cape. That is beautiful. Oh, that is so nice. I'm going to go buy another one because I always have two of all my capes. But... That's made me so happy. Let's go out here and get a very nice screenshot. Right here, and there we have success. So I'm just handing in the last of these Tetra Compass logs that I had saved up, so I can get the crow notes needed and a few more Tetra Compass pieces. That's not, but you know, it's a nice little extra thing as well as the crow notes. Normally it's the other way around, but never mind. So now we head back here before we go and start doing something different for a while. So time for me to buy the master archaeology outfit. That feels, well, I think it's kind of nice, and it kind of hurts because I know how much the crow notes for that cost. Probably not as much as some people paid for it, but it's still a lot of money for me. It's more than half of actually it's more than half my cash stack worth of crow notes. But there we have all the extra benefits, and I think the biggest benefit for me is going to be the teleports. Being able to teleport to each of the different dig sites as well as teleporting to the collections. Most of them are not too bad, but being able to teleport to the Zamorak collection is going to save me so much time because I had to run from the Tavali lodestone. So that's so nice to have. So it's now time for me to have a little break and a little bit of a chill. Next day, and I am chilling out. Doing a bit of wood cutting, capping at the Citadel. I've had a little bit of time to relax, get away from the screen for a bit, but now my next focus is in sight. I have my next target ready to go, and that is Prif. I want to get Plague's End done. Now, as you can see, we've got a lot of work to do for that, so we still need to do a little bit of grinding. So we have agility that needs doing, we have construction that needs doing, we've got dungeoneering, herb lore, prayer and woodcutting. So that's why I am woodcutting at the Citadel now. It was time to cap. Thought I'd get some woodcutting XP at the same time. And as you can see, we're not actually that far from the level we need. Well, we're like a whole level away from what we need on woodcutting. So I'm going to be spending the rest of this week working on the requirements we need for Prif. If I need a little bit of a break, I'll probably jump back into between the quests, because we've also got the Light Within that needs doing, which has got, I think, 8 other quests I need to do to be able to do the Light Within, because I've got to do, like, is it Morning Ends part 1 and 2, and all them leading up to it, all the way down to Roving Elves I've not even done yet. So we've got all that to do for Within the Light. We've got catapult construction to do and making history to do. Each of those also has some extra quests that need doing. So I'll probably start a couple of them now, but then next week will be the proper grind for getting the quests done for Prith. So I'm going to finish capping here, and then we're going to head out and do a little bit more leveling up. Prayer leveling is probably the one that's gonna require the most work, mainly because I have so many levels to get there. As you can see, I'm working on it now. I've got a load of dragon bones in my bank to use at the minute, but it's not enough to get us to 75. There we go, level 69 ready. So maybe we can get, well, let's just get as close as possible. I'm going to use all the dragon bones I've got in my bank. Then I'm going to go and work on something else for a little bit. And come back to doing this later in the week. I don't really want to just buy all the bones, so I'm going to see if I can go and get some from dragons. I might just go out and kill dragons for a bit and get some, but I'm going to use the calculator first to see how many I need to get to 75, because yeah, it might just be easier to buy them first. But I'm up here at the Chaos Altar instead of a gilded altar, because obviously I don't have one myself, and people don't really do that open gilded altar thing anymore. So this gives me the same amount of XP, and the bank's actually closer, so it's quicker than doing the gilded altar. But I think after this we are going to head up. That's all my bones done now, and I'm going to go head up to Anachronia and do some agility. So I did start agility as I planned, but I realised that I can now access the next section of the Anachronia agility course, which means I go straight past Herby Werby all the time. So why not let's get some free, easy Herblore XP while we're here, since we do still need to level up Herblore to 75 as well. So Herby Werby, rather, is kind of fun. Took me a minute to remember what to do. I kept putting green ones in the fire because I've only kind of been here once, but never mind. So I am going to get this done and get back to doing agility. So I'm not quite sure if there is a better way to do agility other than the wilderness. I did try all the other courses, and unfortunately, apart from the wilderness, the only other courses I have unlocked are the Barbarian Village one and the Tree Gnome one, the very first one. So none of the other courses are unlocked. I can't access the Werewolf course. I'm not sure about the one on Brimhaven, but I hate that one, so I don't really want to do that. So, yeah. This is it for archaeology? No, this is it for agility. So I'm just doing the level 70 section because obviously that gives me the most. I would do the full course, but you know, there's not really much point because that's level 85 to do that, and I only need to get 75. So that would be nice to do eventually, but I'm just going to run back into this is the end spot. So I just get to here, turn around, because this next section down here is where the level 85 spot starts. I think it was this one. Yeah, there we go. So once I get to this spot, I just turn around and go back to where Herby Werby starts, up that little cliff next to it, and then that was the end of the course on that, the end of the section on that side, and turn around. So it's a little bit boring, but it's agility. What else can we do? Right, so now I had a thought. I have some D&Ds to do. The monthly ones reset a week ago. I haven't done them. So I thought I could use that on agility. It doesn't get me a lot, but, you know, saves me a lot of clicking. So we did Troll Invasion for that. I've already been down and done the Oyster, but that didn't give me anything for what I needed, so I did it anyway. But there is also the god statues. Now, although I can't access all of them yet because I can't get to Prif, there is 4 statues that I can do. It is here, Lumbridge, Canifis and Yanil, and they give construction XP and prayer XP if I do it right. So I'm going to go around and do all 4 of these and see if we can get any level up in prayer or in... There we go. Lucky me that I remembered we needed to do the god statues. 73 construction from this one, and we're not completely done yet. I've still got one more to do. That also unlocked the next of the pawnbroker things, which I will use my Proteans on, but I am going to go to Canifis, finish up the last of these statues, and then I'm going to head down and do some more agility. So I was looking through my bank and just realised I have a massive amount, well, a decent amount of these skilling packs, the red ones that give you Thieving, Agility, Slayer and Hunter dummies. I'm not sure if I've got any more anywhere, but I've just done all of these to agility dummies. I thought if I head down to Lumbridge and go on to World 84 or something and get like the pulse core boosts and everything, if I do these down there with the pulse core and the cinder core boosts, then maybe that will get us to where we need. So I'm just going to hop. Hopefully there's enough people on 99 because I really hate 84. There's a few people, so I'm going to wait here and see if I can get the boosts I need and use these. If not, I'll hop to 84 and do it on there. So here we are down at the awful World 84 because I wasn't getting the boosts I needed on 99. So hopped over here, and of course there is hundreds of pulse scores going off all the time, and as you can see we got enough to get us to 75 agility with 2 dummies left over. I was also doing some of the divine locations here. There was a lot of the yew trees, so I was getting a bit of woodcutting XP at the same time. So I'm going to bank these and head up to do the next thing, and I think I'm going to jump up and do some construction. So while trying not to bore you guys with too many little tiny clips, as well as not bore you guys with like massive amounts of the same thing, I've been here doing construction for not very long, and as you can see, there we go. These planks have done their job and give us 75 construction. We are well on the way to Plague's End. We don't have much left to go, so I think next thing for me is going to be some wood cutting. Because of the time of day, it's a little bit busy. Wood cutting, I'm going to go head up and do some ivy, get that chopped down, and then maybe after that some dungeoneering. So ivy, wood cutting, and not far to go. I couldn't remember where any of the ivy was, so I had to check the wiki. Because whenever I do it on my main, I go do it in Priv. So I didn't really know where the rest of it was. But this one's nice and easy to get to. I just use my ring to go to the Grand Exchange, and we just have 1 level of wood cutting to go. Now I know this video is getting a bit long, so I'm going to try and keep the clips short as possible. So we are almost there. Just a tiny bit more. And the problem with wood cutting is it could take ages just to get that 1 tick, but there we go. There we have the next requirement. Each time I see that 75 and it comes up the requirements for Plague's End, it just makes me feel that a little bit more relaxed, a little bit freer. So I'm enjoying getting all these levels to 75. It's been a very productive week. So I'm going to head up to the bank, empty everything out that I'm wearing, grab my Ring of Kinship, and head up and do some of my favourite skill. So when I said Dungeoneering was my favourite skill, I really did mean it. But solo Dungeoneering is awful. I hate it. It takes so long. But doing it in a group of 5 in a large floor is really fun. I love that. But there we go. Level 75 didn't really take too long, so I'm happy with that. And that only leaves us with 1 more skill to do, and that is prayer. But before I jump up and go buy some more bones for prayer, I'm going to head back to archaeology again. So when I said I'm going back to archaeology, that was because I have got the master archaeology outfit. So I have got a daily that I've started doing now. Each day I come down, I check my bank first and see what artifacts I need to hand in all the collections that I've got like loose things of in my bank. And I'm trying to fill up all those collections so I can empty all the repaired artifacts out of my bank and get the bank space back. So because I've got the master archaeology outfit now, I can use this fixate ability just to like specifically pick which artifact I want to get. So this has become one of my dailies. So it'll slowly level archaeology a little bit more and empty my bank out and stock us up on some chronotes as well. So I'm just going to do my 3 artifacts from here and then head up and do some more prayer before we finish for the week. So back to prayer, and as you can see, we're about to hit level 75. I've gone through all my dragon bones and I'm slowly getting through the big bones just to get this last little bit. There we go. There we have it. 75 prayer. That means we have every level requirement for Plague's End. So our next goal is getting through the quest. As you can see, I've already done a couple of them. So we've got to do some more things leading up to the light within, and we need to do making history, which shouldn't take me too long. But the goal is in sight again. But that is all I've got time for in this week, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this very productive week, that we finally reached our goal of 99 archaeology, and we can start moving on and getting those levels up once again, especially once we get Priv unlocked and we can start using some of the things there. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next week.